Did you know there's a composting technique so effective that it was once banned in many places? Gardeners across generations relied on it to build incredibly fertile soil so dark, crumbly, and biologically alive that plants seemed to explode with growth. Worms appeared from nowhere, nutrient deficiencies vanished, fruit production soared. But then, almost overnight, governments and agricultural experts warned that using this method could spread disease, unleash weed infestations, and ruin gardens. People were told to stop immediately. Some were fined. Others were told their gardening practices were unsafe. And so, this powerful technique was buried, forgotten, even ridiculed. But today it's making a massive comeback, because modern soil science has finally caught up to what traditional gardeners always knew. Welcome to Gentle Herb Living. In this video, we're uncovering the controversial return of weed fermentation composting, the old-world hot brew fertilizer that converts unwanted weeds into supercharged nutrients in a matter of weeks. It's faster than compost, easier than fertilizer, free to make, and astonishingly effective at reviving tired soil. Here's the crazy part. This method doesn't just recycle nutrients, it unlocks nutrients. When weeds grow, they mine minerals from deep underground, minerals your topsoil has lost over decades. Their aggressive roots tap into hidden reserves of calcium, iron, magnesium, silica, and a whole buffet of trace elements that commercial fertilizers don't even include. When you remove weeds from your garden and throw them away, you're literally throwing away soil gold. And when you ferment those weeds, you turn a garden enemy into the best regenerative fertilizer nature offers. So, why was it banned? During the rise of industrial agriculture in the mid-20th century, government advisors pushed this idea of hygienic gardening. Weeds were considered dirty, invaders that steal nutrients. Experts warned that composting weeds could spread seeds and diseases. Gardeners were told to either burn them or bag them for disposal. At the same time, fertilizer companies were booming. If weeds, a free nutrient source, were banned, well, people would have no choice but to buy fertilizer. The industry won, the soil lost, and this incredible natural method disappeared. But here's what science now confirms. Fermentation destroys weed seeds. Fermentation neutralizes pathogens. Fermentation creates beneficial acids and microbial compounds that plants absolutely love. All the fears that fueled the ban completely overturned. Modern regenerative farmers are proving that this technique is not only safe, it's superior. All you need are weeds, water, a bucket, warm weather, and patience. Gardeners in Europe and Asia have been doing this for centuries. They would crush weeds, submerge them in water, let the sun and microbes take over, and wait for a smelly, bubbly transformation. The result is a dark brown liquid, a plant-boosting tonic, loaded with lactic acid bacteria, growth hormones like cytokinins, amino acids, and nutrients in a form that plants absorb almost instantly. While traditional composting can take 6 months or longer, this weed brew is often ready in as little as 2 to 4 weeks. The smell is terrible, but honestly, the results are unbelievable. The easiest way to do this at home is to grab a 5-gallon bucket and fill it halfway with chopped or crushed weeds. The more variety, the better. Add rainwater until the weeds are fully submerged and use a rock or brick to hold everything underwater. Cover loosely, never airtight, because fermentation produces gases that need to escape. Place the bucket somewhere warm but shaded and, stir every few days to release trapped bubbles. Over a few weeks, microbes digest and break down the weeds into a nutrient-dense liquid fertilizer and soft sludge. Once the liquid turns dark and smells like swamp, yes, that's when it's perfect. Strain the liquid and dilute it with water before applying to plants. Stronger mixes for soil drenching, lighter mixes for foliar feeding. The leftover sludge is magical for the garden. Mix it into the topsoil or bury it near plant roots. In both cases, seeds or dead diseases are gone and nutrients are ready to feed an entire soil ecosystem. In a matter of days, worms will find it and stay. Gardeners who try this report richer soil, deep green foliage, stronger stems, and, honestly, shockingly fast improvement in garden fertility. The best part, honestly, is that this eliminates waste. Instead of, constantly buying fertilizers and soil amendments, you actually grow your own nutrients right there on site. Nature gives weeds a purpose. They're not stealing resources, they're storing them. And this method, well, it returns those resources to the soil where they truly belong. That's why gardeners around the world are bringing this technique back. Not as a trend, but as a correction to a huge historical mistake. This is how gardens used to generate abundance without chemical inputs. This is how ecosystems heal. This is how we grow food that actually nourishes us. Weeds are soil medicine. And fermenting them, well, it unlocks the medicine cabinet. So next time you pull a handful of dandelions, chickweed, nettles, or clover, don't bag them, don't burn them, don't send them away to rot in a landfill. Turn them into liquid gold. This once-banned method is proof that everything nature produces has a purpose, especially the things we've been told to hate. Try it. Watch what happens. And just like gardeners before you, you might never compost the same way again.